China has just slammed the regulatory hammer on crypto. Let's talk about it. If you missed the news or you're new to crypto, seeing headlines like this might seem pretty frightening or at least somewhat intimidating. And it is because China is still one of the global economic leaders when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, of course, the more they push against it, the less likely they are to be in the future, but this is still relatively fresh information, so let's digest exactly what happened. So the People's Bank of China, or the PBOC, clearly stated that they are specifically targeting overseas cryptocurrency exchanges, declaring that it is absolutely illegal for them to be offering online services to residents in China. This move had supposedly been pushed to the public because of a loophole that remained since May, when they had officially announced a ban on domestic financial institutions from providing cryptocurrency transaction services. In the months since, Chinese traders have continued to use exchanges overseas. But you gotta remember that this isn't the first time that China had banned cryptocurrencies. Here are some articles that date all the way back to 2013, when China first started talking about crypto bans. And normally when a global economic leader like China announces something like this, the asset that they're targeting typically falls in price. And that's what we saw this time around as well. The price of Bitcoin fell from around 45K all the way down to $40,000 and $41,000 per Bitcoin, which is a pretty big drop considering that this whole thing happened in a matter of hours. But if you notice from this chart, Bitcoin actually has a drop every single time that China announces this type of news. And if you actually had bought during each time, you'd be sitting pretty nicely. Now, while all of this is happening, the PBOC plans to still unveil an official digital RMB token that will likely in the future replace China's current currency. Now, make sure to keep your eyes and ears open because they're planning to do a trial run during the 2022 Winter Olympics. Just remember that China trying to ban cryptocurrency as a whole is just a continuation of a trend, one that has been talked about over and over and over. Now, it can slow down the progression of Bitcoin and other crypto assets, but at the same time, it cannot stop where Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are headed. At this point, it just seems like they're making a lot of rhetoric ahead of the launch of their own native cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, a reporter that used to work at Bitcoin magazine is saying that the FUD was actually originally released on September 15th, and the price of this sphere had already been priced into the markets.
But wait, when did that happen?
That price action was priced in during the previous September market drop, and all of this FUD is only now being spread to traditional media here and overseas, which kind of seems awfully fishy, don't you think? By the way, if you're getting value from this video, make sure to smash the like button. It really helps out my YouTube channel more than you might realize. Now, as far as our own portfolios are concerned, not only is there really no way for China to ban crypto officially, but the people in China that have maybe millions or billions invested or even make a living off of trading crypto will definitely find workarounds in order to continue doing what they've been doing. Whether that's just doing business as usual and maybe risking the consequences, or possibly moving to a different country, either way, people will find a way.
What's stopping the market from crashing all the way down?
Well, as it turns out, at this point in the market, many other countries and companies that are invested in cryptocurrency assets want to protect themselves, their investors, and all the meanwhile pick up some juicy discounts at the same time. So from their point of view, why not let the price crash and then buy at the support levels? Of course, knowing what's happened in the past, historically speaking, that is one of the best ways to deploy massive amounts of capital in a market that's being somewhat manipulated by China news. So at the end of the day, should you be fearful? Should you sell out? And of course, that choice is yours to make. But hopefully with this video, you're able to make a much better educated decision rather than just being pulled by what the market news has to say. Personally, I'll be watching for support levels and I'll be buying at those supports using limit orders. Hopefully you got a ton of value, and if you did, YouTube thinks that you might enjoy these pieces of content as well.